Okay, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first speaker, Venkat!
Have you ever felt that your dreams or passions have not been understood by your loved ones? Have you ever felt that maybe you are responsible for not understanding the dreams and passions of your loved ones? Why do we do that? Research shows that if you're not in growth mode, then it's not just you who is not growing, but you wouldn't allow your loved ones also not to grow. That's a fact. So, when you are anchored in a safe zone, it's your comfort zone. Everything is right for you. And when you see someone else who is stepping out of their comfort zone and wanting to grow, you want to bring them down, because that gives you a sense of validation that being here is right and you being there is also right. So when someone comes and says, I resigned my job to start my startup. I signed up for music classes. I'm traveling all over the world. You're traveling all over the world, and what am I supposed to do being here? No, you don't get to travel the world. You go do your homework, because I say so. I'm your daddy. I'm your husband. I give you freedom. Yeah. Why? Because I'm in safe zone. And when I'm in safe zone, I don't want others to grow as well. Research also shows that it is your parents, our parents, that usually kill our childhood dreams. Not your enemies, not the toxic people, but your parents. Research also shows that your spouse and your kids are your most critical judges. Why? Because our need to be safe, our need to validate a decision, to be anchored to safety is what is making us kill the dreams and passions of our own loved ones. So how do we stop killing the dreams of our loved ones? There is a process. It's called life grading. Life grading means you step out from the zone of survival to a zone of massive growth. Because when you are experiencing growth, you want your loved ones to grow as well. Because that's when you are progressing along with them. You're taking them together with you. So when your child comes and says, I think I want to do this. No. Let's focus on studies now because I paid so much fees for you this year, okay? We'll think about it later. Later. And the later never happens because you never know it. Your dreams must have been killed by then. So, life grading is a process which is learnable. It is a skill. It will help you upgrade your life from survival to massive growth. When I was 22, I was jailed for 10 days because I was trying to protect my lover from sexual molestation by one of her family members. And when I confronted this boy, it ended up in an ugly brawl. And then the girl's parents and the boy's parents confronted me. But I was confident in my decision because I was being righteous. I was protecting my girl. But then, when the girl was called in to check out the facts, apparently, then it turned out, she said, when did I ever tell you something like that? So, that landed me in jail, but luckily I was out in 10 days. but the experience is very traumatic. Jail is not a happening place to be. It never is. They rob you of your self-esteem and respect. They're systematically trained to make you feel humiliated and guilty. That experience was traumatic. But the good part, that's where life grading helped me. And life grading can help you too to deal with such traumatic experiences. That's how I became a life coach. I have healed relationships and saved marriages. Once, I united a couple who have been legally divorced for 4 years. They are still legally divorced, but they're happily married, right? So that's what life grading can do for you. So join me in my 3-day boot camp where I teach you 7 strategies that will help you go from the zone of safety to zone of massive growth. This is life grading for you. Please join me so that you don't kill the dreams and passions of your loved ones. Thank you.
Mate, that was brilliant. I'm just going to get a microphone.
Sure.
2. Wow.
Thanks, Sam.
That was absolutely brilliant. You know, Venkat, one thing I really can see is that, you know, you actually really do care. You really do give a damn. Mm-hmm. There's a guy out there, his name is Malcolm Gladwell, and he wrote a book and it's called Tipping Point.
Tipping Point, yes. Mm-hmm.
And one thing I can see that we've seen in you just in the last 3 days is that we've seen phenomenal growth, not only in your confidence, mm-hmm. but also in the confidence of your story and your vulnerability. What we heard up here is someone that stood your ground, no matter what life has thrown at you.
Yes.
You are a living, breathing embodiment of someone who is worthy to be followed, someone who is worthy to be a leader. And, you know, when the world might say that you don't have the credibility, you have more credibility than any other coach, I feel. I can see your 3-day boot camp not only here in India, but also go global as well. Definitely. Mate, always know that the best is yet to come.
Thank you.
Let's give him another round of applause. Well done. High five. Well done.